guys, welcome back. We're back in work. We've been in work now for 2.5 weeks. But things have changed fairly dramatically since we've come back, and it's a different place. And I'd like to show you some of the changes that are very apparent within the business. We're starting off at the security lodge, which is where all visitors report, where all deliveries come. So we'll start at this point first, and then we'll show you some other bits around the factory. So the first part is to enter, write your name, record your name. You've got a wipe, a temperature measurement, which we just switch on, and then literally apply. And on that basis, then we record down what the result is. There's a questionnaire here for people to fill in, for contractors to fill in. Deposit there, and we'll carry on back into the factory. Guys, for the staff entering the business using this entrance, I'll take you through. Bit of hand sanitizer first. Into reception. And then immediately here is another workstation to do your temperature measurements. So what we did before, there's hand sanitizer on there, there's cleaner there, temperature gauge, record your temperatures every morning you come in. And there's procedures there for you in case your temperature's high, what we do next. But you'll also start to see we're operating a one-way system. So we've entered in through this through this entrance, and we'll exit through the far entrance near technical. So this way, up the stairs to the offices and to the offices and to finance is one way. The stairs on the far side are for coming out. Okay, as you can see, lots of signage, keep 2 meters apart, more signage about guidance, NHS guidance, more guidance here. I'll just show you in here. So for the office toilets, one person in only, maximum at one time, it's signed there, and the door locks there to stop anybody else entering. At least 2 meter distance, one person in each of the brew room areas as we go. Offices, everybody's split down, everybody's more than 2 meters apart. So walking down the corridor, this is not one way, this is a two-way, this corridor. But if you want to exit and go down, you go down the stairs down this end. More signage up, just reminding people. More signs on the floor, because people tend to look at the floor. And you'll see the entry side. So you'll see that's the way that we depart, going down the stairs and exiting the building, using this and then the entrance that's opposite.
As Dave said, we're back at work now at VEKA, and I'm going to take you on a quick tour of the factory and show you some of the measures we've put in place to make sure we control the COVID-19. So as you can see, we've got the corridors marked out to maintain the social distancing at 2 meters, and then as we go into the factory, we've now got one-way systems in place, so you see this is an entry door, not an exit door. Okay? So as you can see, we've got some of the doors now at no entry because that's the one-way system. And then the door over here you see is the way out of this department now. Packaging area, you can see one guy's chosen to wear the mask, the other guy hasn't. And what we've said to people, where we can maintain a social distancing of 2 meters, it's entirely up to you whether you choose to wear a mask or not. In other areas of the business where we can't maintain the 2 meter social distancing, then it's mandatory for the guys to wear the mask. Okay, so this is our loading bay. When we've picked our orders for the customers, they come into the loading bay to make up the loads for their vehicles. One thing that we have changed now is the delivery drivers are responsible for loading their own vehicles, so there's no possibility of cross-contamination. The delivery drivers are one vehicle, one driver, and that will not change. And then of course when we go to our customers' premises, our drivers have been briefed in our risk assessments, our control measures, and they will operate at the minimum to the VEKA standard, plus observing any extra controls that customer might have put in place.
Hi, my name is John Marsden. I'm the Health and Safety Advisor at VEKA. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the control measures that we've put in place with regards to COVID-19. We're going to be introducing you to some of the PPE that we've got. We've got our nitrile gloves that we're asking operators to wear. We've got our face masks, and we're also using face shields. I'm just going to demonstrate how we're going to put those on and take them off as safely as possible. So I'll start with the face mask. So it's just a standard issue surgical face mask. What we're going to do, we're going to take it out of the packet and we're going to put it onto the face. hook it over the ear, hook it over the other ear. Then you need to press down on the nose panel, across the cheeks. Whilst holding that in place, take the bottom and extend that over the chin. So that looks like that, ensuring that you've got a nice secure fit. When you want to take the face mask off, you simply take it off each ear, try not to touch anything on the inside, and dispose of it safely into a designated PPE waste bin. I'm just going to demonstrate now the face shield. Very simply, it's just a perspex sheet with a foam insert and an elasticated band. All we're going to do with this is just simply put it onto the forehead and over, making sure that that's in place and that the face shield's nice and comfortable. That should then prevent any water droplets striking yourself, but what it also does is it prevents you from touching your own face, which is something that we need to be very conscious about. When you finish with the face shield, you should ideally remove it without touching any of the inner surface, and again disposing of that into a designated PPE waste bin. I'm now going to explain to you about removing your protective gloves. It's a simple procedure. What we're going to do is we're going to take our first thumb inside the glove and remove that off the hand. With the second hand, you need to make sure that you do not touch the outside of the glove at any time. So you're going to insert the fingers inside the glove, pull that off, holding the other glove together, and then disposing of that into the designated PPE waste bin. I'm now going to explain to you about hand washing procedure. We're following really the NHS guidance on this, which is a 20-second hand wash with hot soapy water where possible. So we're going to take some soap, we're going to use some hot water, and we're going to start by rubbing our hands together and making some foam, making sure that we go in between the fingers, over the fingers on each hand, across the backs, the thumb, the wrist, and then the nails. Making sure that we use plenty of warm water to rinse them off. When you've finished, try your best not to touch the tap with your clean hands, and then use paper towels or the hand dryer where possible.